Dr. Cochran, I appreciate your testimony. Would you generally give a thumbs up or thumbs down to nuclear power?
Excuse me. Nuclear power is in the mix. It's a mature industry, and when it can compete with the other technologies on a level playing field, it ought to be, we should permit it to compete. That's setting aside the separate issue of whether you should reprocess the fuel. I think that's a terrible mistake. But the problem today is the new nuclear plants are not economical. These guys are coming up to the hill to get subsidies for a few new nuclear plants. It won't change the underlying economic problem they have. You need to cap carbon if you want to change the underlying economics. It's also the right thing to do. And then if it can compete, let it compete. But it's going to have to compete with a lot of new technologies that are going to be coming down the line, and it's going to be a difficult road for them.
And so you mentioned capping carbon. Is that through cap and trade policies?
Yes.
And what do you think the impact would be to electricity ratepayers, as an example, on cap and trade?
I think it would increase the cost of fossil fuels by initially a few cents and then further out more, but I think that could be offset by higher investment in improved energy efficiency in the near term particularly, which has a benefit in lowering the cost of electricity. And so the net effect over the long term, I don't think would, the effect on the economy, I don't think should be significant.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Cray, if you wouldn't mind responding, how much of our current electricity use in the United States could be generated by nuclear power using only domestic uranium?
Only domestic uranium? I might have to actually defer that to
Sure.
my USLIC friend here.
Given the rise in prices that we've seen over the last several years, I think you're seeing resurgence in siting uranium mines and licensing new uranium mines. I don't think, again, you would ever have a substantial portion funded or fueled by domestic mines. I think you would still look to partners such as Canada and Australia to supply much of the uranium, but our ability to do a portion, maybe in 15 to 20% is very reasonable.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Smith.